What's going on, guys? John here with another episode of Patriots Franchise. And today we're taking on the Buffalo Bills once again. And I know that was only 2 episodes ago, but I'm going to show you how good we did. Last time we faced off against these Bills because I kind of need a reminder because I recorded that episode about 4 days ago. And I have a crappy memory. Um, Trey Lance came in. I forgot about that. We put in our backups. Uh, Josh Hales didn't do terrible. 2 touchdowns, 194 yards. Didn't complete everything, but I mean, Lance did very well for his minimum amounts. That's right. Ramondre Stevenson played amazing. 3 touchdowns. Did have that fumble, but still, Hales had a touchdown. Warren did pretty good on his touches. And then, yeah, it was the Ramondre Stevenson's show and Jalen Waddle in the air. Kyle Terry had his first career touchdown, who he's actually now has the future starter tag, which is kind of good. And day one starter, actually. Jalen Warren has a trade target young. And then defensively, it was Jadeveon Clowney. Okay, so Jadeveon Clowney's just him, because if you watched last episode, Jadeveon Clowney carried us, but wasn't the biggest carry. Kyle Duggar had 2 picks, including a pick six, and a bunch of tackles, sacks, and everything. And we traded for Tyree Wilson. So that was the biggest thing. Tyree Wilson did play good. And we actually surprisingly did very well as we're doing a throw at medium because I want to throw the ball. Yeah, I will catch you after we do all of these, and hopefully we have another great game like we did last week. All right, sim and training. No injuries this time because we had 3 injuries on offense alone. Last episode, they're all come back this week. That was Dorsey, Williams, and Viridian Lowe. Lowe's not a starter, but still don't like our backups getting hurt either. And yes, no injuries. Happiest moment of my life. But yeah, so we got a ton of upgrades. Jalen Petrie, upgrade you as a hybrid because this part doesn't really matter. Why do you look like when a cartoon character blows up? Like, gets exploded. Like their hair goes all fizzy? That's what that looks like. Josh Hales, obviously we're going to give you accuracy buffs. You are playing up 5. So instead of a 78, you're an 83. Interesting. Sidey Sow, actually, has been pretty good. I don't think he's given up a sack yet. So impressed by Sidey Sow. And then Rob Davis, the rookie, hasn't gotten a ton of playtime. Like, let's look at his snaps. Yeah, no snaps offensively. But here we go. About to jump into another game against the Buffalo Bills. This time we're home, or this time we're away. We were at home last time. Will this change anything? We're about to find out. Highmark Stadium. I don't know why I called it Acrisure Stadium in one of the episodes we played them. But, yeah. There's Hales, Ramondre. I think that's Waddle. There's Josh Allen. James Cook. Diggs. And it's 18 versus 17. Hales versus Allen. And Highmark Stadium, Orchard Park. What potentially could be a huge rivalry between the Bills and the Patriots in the coming future. I mean, Josh Hales isn't the greatest quarterback yet, but he legitimately could become a superstar that could try and take on Josh Allen. And we get the ball first. It is Cavante Turpin back to return the ball. Here we go, Cavante. Let's go. Okay, not a perfect return, but that's something to work with. It was a good return. Not like up to 25, but good return in retrospect. Hales hasn't been terrible. I mean, he hasn't thrown a pick. Didn't throw a pick last week. I mean, his completion percentage is just trash, though. He's almost at 500 completion percentage just because he can't get completions to players down the field half the time. As that's a bad start. Huge tackle by McCoy, and we lose 3 on the first play. which means we're going to try run it again, but with read option. I don't like the safety sitting there, though. We're going to take it. We're going to take it with Hales, and Hales is going to get downfield, cut up, and slide down. That's a penalty in real life, but 15 yards in the first. That's the thing with Josh Hales. He can pick up guys when they struggle. We do get Jonah Williams back, though, so maybe he'll do better than Sheldon did last week. And that's already better. Huge play. Ramondre runs a man over, and he just got 24 yards on the second run of the game. You know, that's the thing, though. If you're going to run it with your running back so many times, eventually they're not going to have a good play. And it just happened to be the first play for us, as we're going back to our superstar. There he is. He's back from injury. He had an ACL sprain last week, and he starts with a 23-yarder on the first play. You know, he saw... Ooh, I like this. He saw Ramondre pass him in receiving yards on the year, and he did not like it, because he's going to get 2 passes, 2 completions, and a touchdown. Here's Josh Allen. He's a lot better than Josh Hales, apparently. Apparently. I think Hales is pretty dang good. Alright. The Bills are not good this year. I'm just going to throw that out there. They are 1-3. And that's a perfect start. We pick him off on the first play. Torrey Quinn is injured, but a biblical start as we pick off Josh Allen first play from scrimmage. And we're going to start with a pass up the seam to Curtis Samuel. And holy, what a start for Josh Hales. Man. You good at this game again? Alright. Actually, I like him on a slant. Chris Thomas has a touchdown. Dude, what a beautiful start. Chris Thomas gets his first touchdown of the year, and he's enabled his X Factor. I like that. We're going to have to test double me eventually. Double me is not as overpowered as it used to be. You used to throw in single coverage every time. No matter where the throw was, they would almost guaranteed to catch it. Nowadays, it's kind of 50-50, but it's usually they come down with it. Not all the time. So if you have to throw good balls still, or they lose their ability, actually. As we're just going to give a shout out to Jadeveon Clowney, by the way. He has done very well for us. I mean, we didn't expect him to do anything. He's a 34-year-old outside linebacker, normal development, 78 overall. I mean, 78 overall is not something to be, like, disappointed about, but it's not, like, crazy good. As that's a huge run by James Cook. He's got a touchdown. And I think we're going to have some competition here. I'm going to be honest. James Cook, big touchdown. Here's Ramondre, 404 yards on the year. Oh, wait. No, we have the thing where away players involved. Yeah, away players get, whenever a touchdown happens, get their ability. And that means Ramondre gets his X Factor, and Hales gets, or not Hales, Hales does not have an X Factor. And Thomas gets his. So, I mean, we have a free broken tackle, or not a free broken tackle, but a higher chance of broken tackle on the first play. And I'm going to abuse that so much. I mean, you saw that on that pass to, what's his face? It's very good. Oh, I should have thrown it there. And I'll take my huge run. Hey, that was a late hit. Hold up. That's a almost 20-yard rush. We'll run the ball again. I don't want to run it at Greg Rousseau, though. He scares me. Stevenson runs for 9. Stevenson's trying to bring back... Yeah, trying to do better than that. That was not a good game by our offense, even. We still dominated, which I thought was mad impressive. All right, we're going to run at Greg Rousseau this time. There's that broken tackle. I should have probably thrown it underneath to Dorsey. I just didn't want to risk a pick. Because you never know if you get one bad throw that could end your game or end all your momentum. There's that free breaking tackle, and I'm going to run this. We're going for it. Nah. Division rivalry game. We're going for this. Bolo, I need a perfect block. They run commit, and we are still gonna blow them through. Alright, we have to look for the outside guy. I don't like it. Oh, Ramondre. Bowl him over. Holy crap, Ramondre Stevenson! Touchdown! He just rolled over two guys. Wow. And we are up 21-7. Holy burnt toast. Petrie takes out Diggs' legs, and we head to the second quarter, up by 14. I have a feeling we do have to be perfect, though. 109 rushing yards and 88 passing yards is very good. Just gonna throw that out there. Man, I'm still not over that Ramondre run. Ramondre was crazy. As they got a fullback in this game, that's Reggie Gilliam, right? We send a huge blitz, and down goes Josh Allen. It's Jadeveon Clowney getting the full sack. You're gonna give him the full sack? Josh Uche was there, bro. What is the flag? There's no way, dude. What? Ineligible man downfield? No way. Illegal forward pass, that's even better. They lost 5 yards and they have to punt. And it calls back a touchdown. As Kevontae Turpin back to return. Decent return up to the 35-ish. And here's Ramondre. Ramondre's looking good now. I think he's back. The guy who won the rushing title last year. Looking to double down. Kind of like Derrick Henry did back in 2021. There's the free tackle breakup. I mean, if you're not going to tackle him for loss, you are not going to tackle him. Stevenson out of the backfield might be a dangerous option. Dorsey, what a catch. I mean, great tackle by... That's not Marvin Harrison Jr. Rip off Marvin Harrison Jr. Ronnie Harrison. Stevenson gets a yard. Still at 8.2 yards per carry. That's impressive. And I think we're going to run a slipstream. The reason that Ramondre has so many rushing yards, or receiving yards, I mean, because, hey, it works. Look at this. He's got men downfield, bowl a man over. It's just so overpowered. Might have to readjust the sliders for the 15th time. Because guess what we're about to run? 32 yards receiving. Oh, Hales goes down. That screen is a little bit worse. A little bit. It's a lot worse. Just because they don't react. It's weird. Like, the running back does not pull out in time. As we're taking it ourselves, just go down. Got about 12 of that back. They get third and still long, but it could work if we have a screen. Hopefully they don't read it well. I'm going to try it. It's 4th and 3. Yeah, computer wants me to go for it. I want to go for it. Alright, we got this. Holy, Mike Onwenu, no! Mike Onwenu, you are going to get fired. I'm going to trade for someone better, because you are garbage. Mike Onwenu just gave him a free sack. And that's an incompletion, looking for the number 80. I forgot his name.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an
All right,
absolute total
Jadeveon Clowney in
effort.
coverage.
They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been excellent.
As Diggs hits a nasty juke, and now he's breaking tackles. Just got blown up by Josh Uche, but now they're in almost into red zone. And do we do man coverage? Who's that put? Oh, Cordell Goodwin. Oh boy. And Jordan Davis gets a free sack. Allen ran right into it. I mean, Jordan Davis is not the guy who gets sacks, but I mean, I guess he'll take a sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Oh, they're gonna run it. Marte Mapu, good tackle. I mean, he doesn't get a ton of snaps anymore, really. You don't see Marte Mapu out there every play. Even though he's above CJ Mosley on the depth chart, I think Mosley still gets more snaps for whatever reason. Because the sub linebacker role for Duggar takes out Mapu's role instead of Mosley's for whatever reason. I don't really know. And Christian Gonzalez has another interception. He has 2 in the game. This is back-to-back weeks we have a running back, nope, defender with 2 or more picks. And he has them both in the first half. Josh Allen now has more picks than he does touchdowns because he hasn't thrown one this game. And there is another screen pass. They just want me to keep running screen passes. Stop. I would do it, but that just seems like I'm just cheesing it. Oop. There's Dorsey. No, what? Didn't get your feet in? Dorsey. Dorsey, Dorsey, Dorsey. Unacceptable. There's a huge run by Ramondre. Gets out of bounds. Jonah Williams is hurt. Okay. Well, I guess Sheldon's coming back in. Yep, 70. That's Sheldon. Ooh, I don't know if I like this. Man, if we sometimes do screens when we play, like, you know, football with my friends. My friends hate it when we run so many screens because they just feel like we're cheesing it, which, I mean, we kind of are. Makes a little bit of sense. It's not great if you keep running screen passes over and over again because you just get free yards, especially in, like, backyard football. Elbow sprain, you're coming back in. But, I mean, they're not going to stop it, so why would I stop? I mean, you're not going to stop it. I'm going to keep running it. And, yeah. Dorsey on a slant. Might go Thomas underneath, actually. Oh, nope. I'm not throwing it to Bolo because I know Hales does not like to throw on the run. Plus, I think Bolo's still at -6 passing yards, or receiving yards. I think it's funny. Because I don't think I've completed a single other pass to him. Alright, we're gonna try a different look here. Oh, what a dime! Dorsey has a touchdown! I think Josh Hales has his favorite receiver, and that was a dot. And we get him inbounds, but now Dalton Kincaid's hurt. They wasted timeout. I mean, good. I don't want to say good for one of the best players. He's on my fantasy team. I started him like 3 straight weeks when he put up insane points. Oh my gosh, Dalton Kincaid just got pancaked. Or not the Dalton Kincaid, the other tight end. I didn't even read it was a screen. I'm barely paying attention anymore. I don't know what's happening.
And the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Come on, Christian. Christian legitimately is like one better animation away from like 7 picks on the year already. 30 seconds left. I don't know why I bid on that. Great play, Cordell Goodwin, to knock it out. Yeah, this definitely, I think I need to adjust the sliders because my stat line's looking a lot like the computer stat line should be, and the computer stat line's looking a lot like my stat line should be.
Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
I don't think they're going to call timeout. I think they're going to run a hurry up. 5 seconds, 4. Yeah, they're going to call timeout, just kick the field goal. Which, huge mistake. You need to call your timeout immediately, take a shot at the end zone, and then kick your field goal. Because I don't know what you're doing.
And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board.
Yeah, they do get the ball at the halftime too. After half, we are up by 18. So that's something. I'm not touching that. I know that no one would do that in real life, but no press coverage. Okay, I guess we'll just run it.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Holy Ramondre! Ramondre's over 100 yards in the first half. This is comedic. And we put up a great stat line in the first half.
As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman.
What a game so far.
Allen gonna throw.
And CJ Mosley's picked off Josh Allen. Okay, that was not the stats. That was a good user read. I did a great job reading that and getting back in time to get the block or get the pick. The Christian Gonzalez ones, those are maybe because the stats are juiced, but that one was on me. That one was because I'm good. As Ed Oliver's hurt. Yeah, I don't know because I didn't adjust their coverage at all. And I'm not throwing any picks. Oh my gosh. Thank God Cole Strange is alive. Because Josh Hales just got decked. That was scary. As there is Ramondre, another big game. There's Chris Thomas, first down again. Dude, Chris Thomas is good now? Like, everyone's playing good. Alright, we're doing a play. I'm going to block Bullo. Luke Jackson, the fullback, has a touchdown. You know, I said Hales isn't a superstar yet, and this could be a future rivalry. I think the rivalry's here now. I said at the end of last time we played the Bills, we know like the Bills. We want to destroy the Bills every time we play them. Holy cow, Kyle Duggar. They're gonna give Wilson that play. Interesting. I think Duggar was there, but you know, I think we might be buyers at the deadline. Maybe we need to trade for someone big on defense.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team is.
And dropped Christian Gonzalez with the good defense. Hitting the MJ. Alright, we're pass committing. Watch for Diggs.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
It's gonna go to Diggs. Nope. Josh Allen is sacked by Jadeveon Clowney. He has 3 straight games with 2 sacks. That is crazy. Jadeveon Clowney. Here's Kavontae Turpin back to return another one. Yeah, do expect a slider change. Maybe at the end of this episode. This is not fair. We are playing so good right now. I don't even know if I've ever played this good. Okay, that's an exaggeration. I've definitely played this good before. Not often.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back.
Holy, what was that animation?
Everything's coming together to him in this game.
Are we gonna get an illegal man downfield? Oh, we're gonna rough him. Dude. Alex Richter.
That's
That's funny.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield,
Firing it out of
they kept
bounds, looking for
calm towards
Waddle.
the quarterback and knocked him down way
Not
late.
the end of the world.
That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Not his best
All right, we're gonna
throw
try
there,
read
but where
option
we sit
again,
right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty
but
good
they have
game
press
throwing the
coverage.
He
I'm gonna give
certainly has, and
Waddle a
it's not
reception,
exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
and that's a touchdown.
They've got to think about
Jalen Waddle getting touches, and he gets touchdowns. And I'm not stopping scoring. Who do you think I am? Don't forget, I still have that vendetta against the Bills from last year when they were up by like 4 touchdowns already in the fourth quarter, and they kept throwing the ball. I am not going to let them live that down. I will score as much as I want. You cannot stop me. Maybe if they start to stop me, I'll be like, okay, I'll stop throwing the ball. Maybe I'll just run the ball out. But until you can show that you can stop me, I ain't stopping. I mean, we're going to put up 50 points back-to-back times we face the Bills. And that's another sack for Jadeveon Clowney. He gets half a sack because Jordan Davis got there first, but Jadeveon Clowney, my gosh, chill. Chill, bro.
after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Kyle Duggar makes a tackle. Kyle Duggar's actually been getting good at making those, like, just straight-up tackles. We're going to send a blitz. Jalen Petrie's going to come down, probably, unless they send Cook on a route. No, Cook blocks. Allen breaks a tackle and just airmails it out of bounds. What a play. Who was it? Was it Tyree Wilson? Or was it the GOAT, Jadeveon Clowney, apparently? Is Jadeveon Clowney finally, I can't speak English, finally playing like he was in college? Like, this is a former #1 overall pick, don't forget. Like, this guy was insane. If you look at his college highlights, there was one that I always remember. It was, I only first saw it a couple of years ago, but I never watched college football, especially since I'm not old enough to be able to watch him back when he was in college very much. There's a play where, like, they were playing, I think it was Michigan, and they gave him, like, a really questionable first down. It might not have been Michigan. It might have been Stanford. I think it was Michigan, though, because I recognize their jerseys. But, like, they gave him a really questionable first down. Like, they definitely looked short, and they gave him it anyway. And Jadeveon Clowney, the next play, absolutely smoked the running back. Like, so bad, the running back's helmet flew off. And he fumbled, and they got the ball back. And it was like the biggest ball don't lie moment of all time. We're letting it go deep for Waddle, but accuracy is poor. Yeah, we had an extra shot to take, so we're gonna run it left. Need 1 yard. Obviously, Stevenson's gonna break that first tackle, but he doesn't get the first. But we're gonna run it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go Y stick.
They were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
We're gonna throw it here.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Jalen Waddle. Great play. 5 touchdowns. Josh Hales. No mercy. Yeah, we're up by a lot. And we are not stopping anytime soon. I am going to stop when I say stop. Chris Thomas play. They might have got another roughing the passer.
Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Injury timeout? Who is that? Hold up. No, I don't like that. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my gosh, Chris. Chris. Stop. Get some help, man.
From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll drop to throw.
Looking for Waddle, incomplete. Have to test him, you know. Rest of the season?
and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions.
Well,
But that
Chris
wasn't the right
Thomas is
read on
out.
that one. It falls incomplete.
Former #2 overall pick. Out for the season with a broken elbow. Waddle gets another touchdown, but now, like, what's the point? 6 touchdowns for Josh Hales. And once again, we have not let them score in the second half, just like the Broncos. But our best tight end, 83 overall, out for the season. It is week 5.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Oh my gosh, no, please. Someone tackle. Someone get him. Oh, thank God. Who is 45? Is that Jadeveon Clowney? It's not Jadeveon Clowney, but if it was, that might be the funniest. That would have been the funniest thing.
At their own 46. Allen now looks to throw.
And Allen immediately gets hit. This is sad. I'm actually sad now. Like, not just because my team is winning by this much and that this is just pathetic, but because my best player is now out for the season. Not my best player, but one of my, like, budding superstars. He's been really good this game. Out for the season. Holy, 80 just got bopped. Kendrick Bourne, former Patriot, by the way, just got hit hard by CJ Mosley. 2nd and 10. Are you going to run this ball? I was like, do you want me to show mercy? Because I'm not. I wonder what happened to Dalton Kincaid. Is he out for a while too? Hold up, I want to check. Yeah, Dalton Kincaid out for the game. Out for the season, dude. We could make the playoffs, but it won't matter because our best player is going to be out. Stop saying best player, he's not our best player. But one of our best receivers is going to be out. That might have been a horse collar. I'm going to be honest. Dude, have you not realized the fact that if you run the ball, you look so much better? Diggs, good catch. Don't really matter that much. Oh my gosh. Guess who it is? 3.5 sacks. Jadeveon. Chill, bro. Chill. Dude. He's got 3.5 sacks. No, not 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd solo sack. Good catch, Stephon Diggs. You've been baby this, like, 75 yards. Womp womp. Like, dude.
Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, now you're going to try and score? Good job, Josh. You have 3 picks. But hey, you scored a touchdown, right? Small measure of revenge. I'm about to put up a 50 bomb. Trey Lance is in. Jalen Warren is in. Demario Douglas, Kyle Terry, Tyquan Thornton are in. Chris Thomas is already out for the game, or season, I mean. Dude, I'm so sad. Anthony Mafi. Sidey Sow, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm going to actually put in Sheldon here and put Rasheed Walker there. And then at Viridian Low at right tackle. On defense, I might also put him back. Nah, we won't put in all my backups here. But like, I'm gonna put in take out the important guys. Like Steven Nelson and Mike Hughes are gonna come in. Israel Mukamu, Chris Stanley. No, my middle linebackers aren't the worst. We'll get Chris Wade some snaps. Jordan Davis, you're gonna come out. Tyree Wilson. You know, some of the more important guys. third down running back, Jalen Warren. Power halfback, Jalen Warren. Slot wide receiver, Kyle Terry. Let me make sure none of these are. Yeah, rush D tackle, Rob Davis. Sub linebacker, honestly, Marte Mapu. Now we'll put Chris Wade in at sub linebacker. Slot corner, Amari Reynolds can play slot. All right, there we go. We've got our end game offense in.
He's approaching that number in the receiving category too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these
Mike
types of
Onwenu's at
games?
right
As
tackle.
a runner, you're going through a pile, people raking at the football all the time. Your
5 yards for
hands can't
Jalen
beat
Warren.
it, okay? And to be
You know, the
able to
one thing
step
I
up,
wish was
catch
more
the
realistic in
football
Madden
open field,
is like you'd
after
actually
going
spread
through
out the
that,
touches more.
that guy's dynamite.
Because like Ramondre would not get every single snap of the game for running the ball. Jalen Warren would definitely get like 500 yards rushing.
That clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gap.
Aw, that's gonna be a pick. I mean, we're just having fun at this point. Trey Lance is like a 70 overall. He's just getting playing time because he wants to. Okay, here's our backups here. Chris Wade's gonna get time.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
Chris Wade's gonna pick him off. His first play on the field, and Chris Wade's gonna pick off Josh Allen. No! Jadeveon, no! the sacks are too strong. So we throw a pick, and then the next play we get the ball right back. Alright, we're doing our favorite slot receiver play. Flag, roughing the passer. Oh my god. I mean, this is the thing though. I touch the sliders barely, and it's the only flags we get. We don't get any. We get like very few PI calls. Like we get some, but not enough.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line,
Kyle Terry has a touchdown. Dude, Trey Lance, what a dime. Kyle Terry has 3 straight games with a touchdown.
I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
that's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
Good tackle, Chris. You know, this is what I want to see, though. I want to get Chris Wade some snaps so Chris Wade can get his development because he's a superstar. We already know that. And I want him to get hired. This Chris Wade pickup, or draft pick, might actually be one of my best of the draft. Like, Amari Reynolds is good and all, but he hasn't done anything. Chris Wade already has a pick. Mike Hughes with the blown coverage. Chris Wade was there to make another tackle for some of this. Tight end. What's his face? I don't even remember. No, his name Trinkle. Trinkle. Not even Trinkle. Trinkle. I'm just saying words now. Man, you guys are really gonna enjoy the Bills games this year. Dude, I'm not. Dude, that's not. That's sliders. That's just because I know how to lurk. I'm just insane at lurking, apparently. Bolo makes the catch. We're just gonna get some passing yards. Good catch. We're just trying to gain some yards, stat pad, you know.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2, escaping the pressure.
Oh, this might be a pick. Are you celebrating? Do I need to point the scoreboard? Nah, I'm not calling the dogs off.
Whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Looking for Demario Douglas. It's incomplete. I feel like if I lead that a little bit better, it might be a pick. Or a touchdown. Or not a touchdown. Completion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Are we gonna get a pass
It's
interference
complete,
or a
but now
roughing
a
the
penalty
passer?
flag coming in late. That might be
Dude, a
PI.
pass interference on the Hail Mary? Oh my gosh, just
So
end
the
the game.
game
Oh
will
my, dude,
continue
seriously?
for at least one more play.
Could not
Seriously?
finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more
That's
untimed attempt.
pathetic.
To the air, Allen.
Oh,
And
dude,
that will be
Marte, you should have
incomplete.
picked that, return
They
it for
were
a
going for
touchdown.
a
Allen
consolation
had six
TD, but it was not
interceptions.
to be. And time is run out now on this game. So
Yeah, I
this
think
will
the
wind
slider
up a
changes
victory for
are
the New
incoming.
England Patriots. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked
21
back.
for
You know,
31,
partner, after a while, we
322
always say
yards,
the
6
same thing,
touchdowns.
don't we? They
Allen,
set the tone
16 for
early,
31,
right? They started
264 yards,
fast.
5
So I asked a few
picks.
of my horse racing friends,
Lance
do
had
you
a
have a
touchdown pick.
term
Lance
for
was just
me
having
that
fun,
we
man.
can
That's
use
just
to
Trey
cover
Lance.
that? And they said, yeah. When a horse
Ramondre
breaks out
Stevenson,
like that, you say
147 yards
come a
and a touchdown,
flyer
two
out of the
20
gate.
plus yard
And that's
runs.
exactly what this
Hales at
team did
62 yards,
today.
had a
I mean,
fumble,
they
but
jumped out
got
there,
caught by
jumped
us.
on them, and were never
42
hidden.
yards for Jalen Warren. As soon as he got his X Factor,
So
15
for the
broken tackles.
Pats,
That's
they move
ridiculous.
back over
Dorsey,
500 at
91 yards and 2
3-2
touchdowns.
now on the
Stevenson,
year,
72 yards.
and they
Thomas,
will head
72,
back
out for the season.
home
Did have a touchdown.
next week.
Waddle,
Meanwhile, for
59 yards, 2
Buffalo,
touchdowns.
they'll fall to
Samuel,
1
25
4
yards.
with a loss. And perhaps
Kyle
fortunately
Terry,
for
17
them,
yards and
they'll
a
get an
touchdown.
early
Bulla,
bye
4
next
yards.
week
Jackson,
and
3
come back to
yards.
action in week 7.
Defensively, 5 tackles for Clowney, 4 for Goodwin, Petrie, Reynolds, Duggar. 4 TFLs for Clowney, 2 for Davis. Tyree Wilson and Duggar both have tackles. Javion Clowney, 3.5 sacks. Jordan Davis, 1.5 sacks. 2 picks for Chris Wade, Christian Gonzalez, 1 for CJ Mosley. Pass deflections for Uche and Christian Gonzalez, no forced fumbles or touchdowns. And then, yeah. So, crazy game. Just insane game. So, a great game. Uh, Obviously, I'm going to have to fix the sliders because that's not realistic in any way, shape, or form. Um, but I think the real problem is this. Fractured elbow, out 20 weeks. Gonna go on IR because there's no point keeping him here. That's just unfortunate. Just really sucks. Finally breaking out maybe, and holy, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Also have trade offers for Noah Gray, which we need him now. Breakout QB, discuss your QB's recent success. Really quick, I'm gonna forget if I wait until next episode to do this. We need a third tight end. We're gonna bring in Donald Parham. Be our third tight end. But yeah, weird way to end the episode. Uh, Jadeveon Clowney now leads the league in sacks. Um, that's not accurate because there's one of our players leads the league in interceptions, I believe. I could be wrong though. I don't remember. Interceptions. I guess Chris Gonzalez and Duggar are tied at 3. But yeah, sack leader. Jadeveon Clowney with 8.5. You never see this happen in actual gameplay, which is hilarious. Ramondre's 3rd in the league in rushing, 8th in rushing touchdowns, 15th in carries. 29th in he's our leading receiver. No. Still? Oh god. I mean, Chris Thomas finally had a good game and he decides to break his elbow. I do want to look at the NFL records though. Single game, I don't think he's not going to be on here for receiving yards or passing yards. But passing touchdowns, he had 6. So he technically should be on here, but he's not going to be. I don't think the only possible one you'll ever see for this is rushing yards, which is why Ramondre's on here, Devon A-Chain's on here. But yeah, so somber note to end the episode. But hey, we gotta bounce back. Weekly awards. That's disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. I guess a ton of people had 2 interceptions. Holy. But Josh Hales, breakout opportunity. Oh yeah, I said I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do now. I'm gonna adjust the sliders. Not too crazy, because I feel like we're getting close to something that might work. But these all seem fine. Maybe drop that one. Not even, we're still dropping wide open passes. I think move that down one, that down one. And really, what else am I supposed to do here? I'm gonna bump there up by one. That's probably gonna kill me. And then we're gonna go to illegal block or roughing the passer, drop that one. So new sliders to end the Bills episode. What is it with us playing the Bills and us needing to switch sliders? Anyway, guys, since it is 1:30 in the morning, I should probably end the episode here. We're fighting for the division lead. What can I say? Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and catch you guys next time for us taking on the Miami Dolphins, who are also very bad this year, apparently. Hopefully, we can destroy them as well. Anyway, guys, catch you guys next time.